What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can get an 85% win rate whenever you're trading or higher on any market, forex, crypto, stocks, and on any time frame, using two simple indicators that we're going to use together in order to know exactly when to buy in and when to get out of any trade when we're trading. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video and show you guys the strategy I'm talking about. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the strategy here and talk about everything that we need to know in this strategy to make sure that we have a high win rate. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to activate the two indicators that we're going to be using for this strategy. And we're actually going to be using the same indicators, guys. So over here, we're going to go into our invite only scripts and we're going to select Onyx Signals. This is the Elite Algo indicator. So we're going to go ahead and select this twice. We want to have two copies of it going on our trading view, and I'll show you exactly why in a second here. Once we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to open up one of them and we're going to go down over here. We're going to select the noise filter and we're going to set to like 3 or 4. This is up to you and what you prefer here. I like having on 3, but you can also use 4 here as well for the settings. Everything else, guys, is default. You don't need to do anything over here. And then what you want to do is the colors. You're just going to change them to any type of colors that are different than normal. So I have it all set to white right here, so we don't see anything. Or you can go to style and just disable every single one of these boxes. This will disable the colors for the Elite Algo Onyx indicator. So we're going to press OK here. Next, we're going to go into the second Elite Algo, so Onyx Signals again. And then over here, we're going to have noise filter turned off, and we're going to have the rest on default settings under the normal preset, or we can do 10 here instead of 15. It's really up to you and how many signals you want to see on your charts. Very, very simple. And then for this, we're just going to go ahead and press OK. So now what were we left with here? We're left with a chart that looks like this. We have white signals and then the regular green and red signals that we see over here. So this is what we want to do, guys, okay, for the strategy. It's extremely simple. What we want to do is we want to wait until we're in one of these big trends. The noise filter is going to help you understand which trend you're currently in. So for example, right now we see this is a bearish trend, this is an upward trend, bearish trend, upward trend, all that stuff, as you can see, okay? But what we want to do with the strategy is we want to trade the insides of these trends. So we want to try jumping over here, maybe over here. We want to try jumping over here, maybe over here, maybe over here, if that makes sense. And the way we're going to do that is by using the secondary Elite Algo. So for example, what we're going to do here is every single time we're in a big trend, we're only going to look for buy signals if the last signal here was a buy. So because we have a buy over here on the white signals, we're only looking for buys on the green signals. And every time we take a buy, we simply just use the take profit and stop loss recommendations that the algorithm gives us. Or we can use the swing highs or swing lows here for something like this, for example. We already know that the momentum is very bullish because of the first Elite Algo that's currently set up. And then we have the secondary Elite Algo finding smaller positions inside of that big trend to really help us with our win rate. So for example, over here, this would be a buy we can take, which resulted in a nice win at honestly any ratio you want. Let's just say 1 to 2, for example, something realistic. And over here we can have, again, we have another buy signal. We would set our swing low, something around here, for example, and we would just let the trade run, right? So it doesn't matter if we get another sell signal, as we see right over here with the red sell signals. We're going to go ahead and ignore those because we're currently still in a very bullish trend over here, labeled by the first Elite Algo using a noise filter, if that makes sense. So over here we see, okay, the trend changed. We have a white sell signal. So then what we're going to do here is now we're only going to enter the sell positions that we see from Elite Algo. So this would be a sell position. We'd use a swing high right here. Again, something like this would be our trade. It would be a nice trade to take over here. And then we can take, again, another trade, again, on this sell signal, just like that. And then we use our swing high, swing low. We set up our take profit, whatever we want to use for our take profit, we can do that as well. So that's pretty much how this strategy goes. It's very, very simple, very, very easy to use. Again, we can see setups everywhere. You'll have a lot of setups using this type of strategy, and this works on every single time frame, every single asset inside of Elite Algo. So over here, we can see what we should not do. Over here, we have a buy signal. We don't take it. Why? Because we're not in a bullish trend. Just make sure you understand this concept here, that we only want to take signals when we're in the proper trend, and this will help us get a very high win rate whenever we're trading. That's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions about this strategy, if you want to try it for yourself, go ahead and try it for yourself. But if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Subscribe. We're going to be making videos every single week like this, showing you guys different strategies that you can use with Elite Algo, and use strategies without Elite Algo as well, so you can know exactly when you should be trading in the markets and hopefully make some money. Thanks for watching, guys. Have yourselves a good day.